guys, we are Starblind, and we are a heavy metal band from Stockholm, Sweden, and we're all about bringing you the sound of the 80s today.
And a little bit short about the band name. I don't really know what the meaning is, but it sounded really cool and it sounds huge and big. It sounds like we're a big band.
Yeah. I mean, the literal meaning of being starblind is like when you got knocked out and the cartoon stars twirl around your head. That's what starblind is, and that's the impact that our music is supposed to give you.
Exactly.
We're gonna knock you out with our hard sound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should I go first?
You can start.
Yeah, we try to be as creative as we can, and we have a new album coming out, so it's a lot of work around that with promotion and things like this, answering questions. And we also try to write new material as often as we can, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, just as Johan said here, we can't play live, obviously. A lot of bands have this issue right now. So we're trying to be as effective and productive as possible during these trying times. So we're working on new material, basically. So we've got this album coming out now, and that's not going to stop us. We're going to keep that momentum and start working on the next album until we can start playing live again.
I think here in Sweden our lives have been a little bit easier than most of the world, and pretty much for me, my life is pretty much the same as it was before, because I live on an island, so I haven't really noticed anything.
Yeah, it's kind of the same for me too, actually. I've never been out much, even before, so yeah, life isn't that much different. Of course, we miss playing live, as I said. That's the main thing, I think, for us. And yeah, and in regards to Corona in general, I don't want to get political, but yeah, we definitely we have a unique situation here in Sweden compared to other countries, and I'm not sure if we're doing better or worse, because I mean a lot of different medias are saying a lot of different things. And I'm no expert either, so I'm not going to speculate. But for me, at least, I'm doing fine.
We're still alive.
We're still alive.
Yeah.
None of us have been infected with anything, so we're cool like that. So, yeah. And we're going to stay safe, and we're trying to avoid public gatherings as much as we can. And even if we did get a gig booked right now, I think we would try to avoid it just for the safety of our fans as well. I mean, we're trying to be as responsible as possible, and you should be too. So stay inside and wash your hands. It's not that hard.
Black Babbling Ooze is a new album coming out July 31st, and it's a little bit different than we've done before, because we have two completely new songs, and then we took songs from our first album and our second album that we felt deserved a second chance. We felt that we could do them so much better, and we kind of dug them out and spiced them up a bit and recorded them again, and the result was really, really, really good, and I think we're gonna like it.
Yeah. And for me, they're basically all new.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a great album, and I can't wait to see all of you guys input on it, and see how much you enjoy it, because we sure did enjoy making it, and it really is a great album. And all those older songs, I mean, they weren't bad before, but that speaks volumes to the quality that we've taken them to now. Because I mean, they were good songs before, but now they're even better.
Yeah, we play much better nowadays.
Yeah, that too. So yeah, the lyrical themes, I can mostly speak about the new songs, because those are the ones that I've been working with. and those are The Young Man and One of Us. Those are the two tracks that I've been working with, and well, a lot of different themes going on there. The Young Man, for instance, is about a guy marooned on the moon, basically, and dealing with madness and loneliness and all of those things, wondering if he's, like, yeah, all alone in the universe, basically. And then One of Us is a completely different song, more grounded in our reality today, and it's basically a statement on consumerism and like pop culture, basically. And I'm gonna leave it to Johan to explain the lyrical themes on the older songs.
Oh yeah, that's a widespread because most of them were written by a former singer, and I know he was very into H.P. Lovecraft, and we even have a song called "At the Mountain of Madness," and it's based on that story by H.P. Lovecraft, and so pretty much horror stories.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sums it up.
Yeah, and even the newer songs go into that horror theme as well. We don't really do happy endings in our songs.
No. Yeah, our cooperation with Pure Steel has been very good for us. They have a pretty huge distribution network all over the world, so our albums they are available anywhere, and that's pretty good. And yeah, it's been pretty good. I mean, we have creative freedom, and
Yeah.
I don't know what to add. It's been working out great.
Yeah, and especially like the promotion is a very big part of having a label, I would say. And Pure Steel has been very good to us in regards to promotion and marketing as well, because they have like their channels from before. They have their people, who they send the music to. We get reviews based off on that and things like that. So thanks to them, our albums and our music gets seen to a wider audience than maybe we could have done ourselves. And I would say, as an answer to the second question there, if we think it's important for a band to have a label these days, it's kind of a meh answer to that question. I mean, it helps with some things, but you could definitely do a lot independently today, and a lot of bands do. But the main thing, from my perspective, is the marketing.
And it takes up a workload from us, and I
Yeah.
mean, if you're independent, you have to do all the work by yourself. It's going to take several hours every day, but
Yeah, that's
that
definitely
can
a
be fun.
big thing too.
Yeah.
Of course, we are releasing an album now, and it goes without saying that when you release an album, it's common to have a tour or at least a couple of gigs to promote that album, and we had that in our pipeline as well. We were planning to go on a tour again, like we did last summer, where we went to Slovakia, and I mean that tour was great. So we were definitely planning on doing something like that again. And we want to expand it to visit even more countries if possible. But yeah, for obvious reasons, we couldn't do that this year. But we're still planning ahead, so hopefully we'll be able to do something like that next summer.
Yeah, I don't know what to add there really. I mean, we still have things to do, at least. We have this album coming up, and we just have to wait and see what happens here with all the pandemic madness here. So
Yeah. Things never work out as we plan them, of course. I mean, things happen all the time, and it's impossible to plan for everything. So we have a lot of like instances where like bass drums gliding along the stage, and someone has to stand on top of it to keep it in place and things like that. But like
cables popping out and
yeah, strings breaking and things like that. But the biggest thing in recent memory was when we were playing the release gig for the previous album, Never Seen Again. So we were gonna play a gig in Stockholm at a place called Copperfields, and all the previous bands that went up before us had just finished their sets, and we were rigging, and we'd done the sound check, I think.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we just completed the sound check, and we were just about to strum the first accord of the first song, and yeah, power went out in all of Stockholm for the entire night.
Yeah, it was.
And it didn't come back up. It was like we went outside and looked, and the whole block was just pitch black, everything dead. So
And it was like in the middle of January, so it was completely dark.
yeah, so there we stood in our stage outfits on a dark stage,
Yeah.
desperately looking for an acoustic guitar so we could at least do something, but that didn't happen either, sadly.
And conveniently, we had a sign that said the coffee break
Yeah.
we could put on the stage. So there weren't any riots or anything.
Yeah. So that was probably the biggest failure. But we have a lot of good times as well.
Yeah.
As I mentioned earlier, when we were on tour in Slovakia, I mean, the fans were just great, and we had a lot of nice interactions. Everyone was really friendly, and we partied a lot with our fans, and that was great. We hope to do that again. And I think that's one of the benefits of being like a smaller band as well, because I mean, let's face it, we're not a mainstream band yet. So yeah, we've got a lot of great times as well.
Is what's creeping inside his head.
Yeah, for me, I'm very bad at keeping up what's happening in the music business, but for me it was like when Judas Priest released Firepower, I thought it was a really strong album from those old guys, and they still keep up with everything, and I still think it sounded amazing. So yeah, with newer bands I don't really know what's going on, who's who, do you know?
Yeah, well, I agree with you on Firepower. It's a great album. Wonderful mix on that one as well. But yeah, I try to keep up with the newer bands as well, and I'm wearing one shirt right now, a band called Hellas, also from Sweden, and they do like a 70s kind of prog rock metal kind of thing, which is very, very cool. And yeah, they have a great sound as well, and I kind of like it. It's kind of in our vein. I think like the older sounds have gotten like a renaissance right now, and a lot of bands who sound like 70s band or 80s band, we've got kind of an upswing right now.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's really enjoyable to see more bands doing the kind of thing that we do, and a lot of them are very impressive as well.
The sands of time will flow on the deserts of the moon.
Yeah, for the future, first of all, we have this album, and hopefully we can be on stage again very soon. You never know when that's gonna be. And meanwhile, we're gonna go on writing material for upcoming album, and just be creative and move things forward the best we can.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
yeah. We don't wanna stand still, so to speak.
No, we keep moving,
Yes,
even during the lockdown.
definitely. Thank you, Antichrist magazine, for this wonderful interview. And yeah, as we said, our new album, Black Bubbling Ooze, is going to be released now on July 31st on all digital streaming platforms, and it will also be available on CD, wherever you buy those these days. And if you want more updates about Starblind, you can follow us on.
We have facebook.com/starblindtheband, and also on Instagram. It's instagram.com/starblindofficial.
Right.
So yeah, look that up.
Thanks, guys, and have a nice summer.